Awful, stuck in this traffic is not even moving, nothing's moving, and the show starts at 8 p.m. Lenny Kravitz. If anybody is in Vegas, hit me up. My email and my number are below. I have extra tickets, so already have 2 people going. I'm excited to meet them. But to this article, and really the $2.1 million fine that Lyft paid is a fraction of what they took or stole from drivers through their deceptive advertising. And do you remember in this channel, and I remember Sergio did it as well, we were talking about those false promises going out, right? Lyft was advertising, oh, you can make $43 an hour, you can make $35 an hour in New Jersey, so and so much in Boston. And reality is that drivers were making 30 to 40% less than what Lyft was falsely claiming you could make. And in this channel, that's why I take a lot of credit, because I looked at some of the other channels and I went back to 21, 22. I pushed and advertised the FTC site, right? The Federal Trade Commission. And I said, if you have a complaint like that one, the false advertising, the bait and switch, luring you into something, and they still do this. They still do this to this very day. And they were caught for wage theft. The list goes on and on and on. These CEOs, they don't know any boundaries. No boundaries. And if you think that $2.1 million fine from the FTC scares them away, think twice. That doesn't worry them, because for the $2.1 million that they had to pay out, they made a few $100 million. That's how they roll. Now, my channel, especially, we really pushed the FTC links. File your complaints. Chase is in the house. Good evening. How are you doing? Chase 46 in the house. Leave me your message there if you think you could make it at 8 p.m. to the MGM, the Dolby Live Theater, to watch Lenny Kravitz. I have tickets on my way right now. Traffic is heavy. I should be there by 8 o'clock, so maybe I can meet up with some drivers shortly before. I will definitely meet up with drivers tomorrow for a little get-together, drink, food. But tonight, if you want to join me in Vegas, I have extra tickets to Lenny Kravitz. But back to the $2.1 million fine. It's nothing. It's nothing to Lyft, and it's nothing to Uber. It's a little, tiny little slap on the wrist. Naughty, naughty boy. They pay it right away. And then they continue to push out those false numbers. So back in 21 and 22, when I really pushed the FTC website, you'll see it in my web. I was the only one pushing the FTC and saying, hey, here are the complaint forms. File your complaints. Ladies and gentlemen, they are still doing it. So I highly suggest, and I'll post that FTC complaint website again, probably for the 3rd or the 4th time, but they're still doing it. So keep on complaining. Thousands and thousands of drivers complained between 21 and 22. FTC took action, and Lyft settles for $2.1 million. It's a joke. Thank you for the compliment. On my way to Viva Las Vegas. Got my coffee to keep me awake so I don't fall asleep on the road. Like you, pushing some crazy hours lately, right? We know the grind. And we need to keep on filing those FTC complaints. because they haven't learned from their penalties. They haven't learned from the $380 million that they had to pay for wage theft. They haven't learned from the 2.1 million right now that they have to pay the FTC. So keep on complaining, keep it alive. Greasy is in the house. Shout out to you. And for anyone interested, I'm repackaging my referrals lawsuit against Lyft. We want to turn it into a class action. If there's anyone out there, you can hit me up via email or phone. If there's anyone out there that, doesn't matter how far back you signed up and you were misled on the referral bonus or that referral guarantee, or they changed the conditions on you, the amount of trips. I saw it. In many cases, you'd start off with, oh, you got to do 75 trips, and then they upped it to 100 trips. They didn't pay out those dollar amounts. They didn't pay out the drivers that referred the drivers. So if you were affected by that, hit me up, because you can join a class action lawsuit. I am repackaging my current lawsuit against Lyft and going in a little harder. I convinced my attorneys, hey, I can bring on board several more drivers that were affected by this. And those were back in the day, the referral bonuses you were supposed to get when you signed up in a new city. Now back to this $2.1 million. Is that a lot of money to Lyft? Not at all. They're laughing. Oh, we got away with murder here. We only had to pay $2.1 million. And we were able to run this massive, massive fraudulent advertising campaign for 2 years. You know, luring in all these drivers. You can make 43 an hour. You can make, yeah, that does draw in drivers. When you're promising them, oh, you can make $43 an hour or $35 an hour. And people sign up. And they chase those goals. And then they find out those goals aren't realistic. Those goals aren't real. Those goals are fake that Lyft is presenting, that Uber is presenting. And that is a classic, that's classic deceptive marketing. Some people call it bait and switch. We're baiting you in with the promise to pay you these big hourly monies. And then we're switching you to a far, far lower earning amount. 30-40% less. Well, it's good that drivers stood up. It's good that drivers went to the FTC form, filled out their complaints. And my friends, please do not stop. I think we need to push. I believe I need to maybe do this weekly, is to really push the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission website, where you can, where we can push these big bogus external fees. Let's get down to the bottom of these fraudulent insurance fees that they are paying. Let's set up the next lawsuit. This lawsuit right now, and granted, it's a little slap on the wrist here. It's only $2.1 million fine. But this is something we initiated when I know that myself and Sergio went out and said, this cannot be true. Drivers are not earning $43 an hour. This here is the reality. It's the same. They're going to run into the same problem right now. They're setting themselves up for the next lawsuit because they're advertising, Uber's doing this, they're advertising amounts that you can make per dollar, per hour, like $35, $40 per hour, and you're only making $17, $18. So Uber, get ready. You have your lawsuit coming. We just need to call them out. So I think my job is to go back and say, okay, what are solid lawsuits, class action lawsuits, or solid lawsuits that FTC will implement if we file enough complaints? Firstly, we got to know where to file the complaint. Secondly, we need to know, why are we actually filing this complaint? Well, I think a very, very legitimate complaint to the FTC would be these external fees, where they are gouging on this fraudulent insurance charge. Some people are paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars per week on insurance. That, my friends, stinks foul. The other one, as I mentioned, referrals. The referral bonuses, the referral guarantees, drivers didn't get them. Again, deceptive marketing. That's the next big one that the FTC can line up. And then the one against Uber, because Uber comes out and, take this trip, this equates to 30 something dollars per hour. No, it's not, Uber. It's barely $15, $16 an hour. So I foresee a lot of future settlements coming. They're coming. Comeback Run said, I got fired due to outside speeding ticket emergency. How can I keep driving? So they ran a background check and your speeding fine showed up and they blocked you? Is that right? Stefan's in the house. Well, there's a few things you can do. I mean, if they've wronged you, you could go to small claims or you could file an appeal. Speeding. If you have a speeding ticket through the DMV, something pretty substantial, I mean, it's going to show up in your driving records, and yeah, it can cost you. So you want to make sure you maybe go back, or if you have a court date, you could contest that and say, no, didn't do that. That police officer who gave you that fine has to be present in court. George Casella said, Lyft deactivated my account for no reason. Well, they must have given you some reason, right? They must have said, okay, well, they deactivated you because of fraud, or they don't just like, oh, switch off your account. They gave you a reason. What was the reason? Manka Travel says, get a radar detector. Good one. How much are those radar detectors? Oh, this is definitely an accident here, because nothing is moving, my friends. Nothing at all. Nothing. Are we going into that tunnel? Do you guys know that tunnel? This is sort of right after that tunnel, the 5 freeway starts. Now this is end of the 405. On our way to Viva Las Vegas. Anybody in Vegas that wants to go out tonight? $799, but the RE300 is about $200. That's worth it. To have a radar detector, that's worth it. So yeah, keep me company so that I don't fall asleep here on the way to Vegas. Man, it's still many, many hours ahead. Japanese lover is in the house. Lyft has deactivated me for absolutely no reason. Help. Oh, you can go to Activation Hero and fill out the form. Sergio says, about the speeding ticket, you need to contact safety department. Only if you are silver, gold, platinum, or elite, you'll have access to phone support. Good point. Good point. Where are all these people going? So yeah, I mean, I laughed when I saw that. Firstly, I was happy that the FTC came down on them, because they said there were thousands and thousands and thousands of driver complaints on the FTC website, and we need to keep on doing that, my friends. Submitting screenshots, submitting evidence that, Lyft was baiting them with these $35 to $43 per hour earning potential, and you barely made 20 to 25, 30 to 40% less than they were advertising. Well, that is deceptive marketing. And FTC came down on them, but again, it's a little warning. It's a tiny little fine. They're back at doing. Uber's doing it right now. Uber's doing exactly that. They're advertising a false hourly rate in their fare breakdown. And reality is, what you are earning per hour is a fraction of what they are advertising. I hope I don't lose. Oh, look at this here. We're in the tunnel, in the scary tunnel. We're in the tunnel. Damn, man. 3 miles an hour. FTC is the Federal Trade Commission. How are you, mate? Union Jack's in the house. People are all honking their horns here. Do you hear that? I mean, people are stupid. Yeah, what's that gonna help you? What is that gonna help you? What's that gonna help you? I mean, is that gonna move the cars out of the way? I don't think so. Down with Dara, evil Dara. Springboks. Those are the Springboks. Hispanic family in that truck next door. Seems like bop, 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 bop. That's crazy, man. People are honking in a tunnel. Why? And move the cars along, make it go faster. Any issue you guys have, honestly, the team that I work with at activationhero.com, check it out. Any type of deactivation has to be handled between legal people, paralegals, attorneys. Forget about the review team. Forget about their specialized team. Forget about their customer service. They don't help at all. Don't stream and drive without me. All right, I am streaming with you now. I am on my way to Vegas, but I'm not making great progress. It's 4 o'clock now. I have a long way to go. And the show starts at 8 o'clock. Oh, anybody see that Dodgers game? That was insane. That was insane. Did you guys watch that? The closing minutes of the bottom of the ninth. What a walkout, man. Grand Slam walkout was insane. Go to activationhero.com. Activationhero.com if you were deactivated. And here's just a pointer. If you've lost any money due to your deactivation, calculate approximately what you lost. Put the dollar figure in there, because we'll hold that dollar figure against Lyft and say, listen, because of this wrongful deactivation, I, the driver, lost $1,500 or I lost $2,000. So that money has to be paid back. But the good thing is, drivers are submitting complaints to the FTC. Can anybody look for the complaint, the FTC complaint link, how to file a complaint with the FTC, and post it here? Post it in our live stream. So if you have any beef, or even on a wrongful deactivation, file a complaint. There's all deceptive practices by these companies that have to be exposed. With 93 people in the house, On my way to Vegas. If we do have any Vegas people in the house, I will be there, I reckon, shortly after 8 at the MGM. I'm going to park and go straight to the Dolby Live Theater to watch Lenny Kravitz. I have extra tickets, my friends. Take care, my friend. Take care, mate. Good to see you, buddy. Union Jack in the house. Fantastic. Text me. My number and my email are under my videos. Text me if you can be there. Sergio is a pro at what? Japanese lover? Elaborate, please. Man, this is bad here. Look at this. Look at this, my friends. Look at this. What the heck? Where are all these cars? Look at all these cars here, these cars, and those cars. They're like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lanes merging here. Go, lady. What are you doing? Go. There we go, honey. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, baby. Just drive. So you got these trucks and cars. You got all these lanes here, and you got these lanes, and they're all merging into one. That's just insanity, man. Insanity. I'll be there by the seafood restaurant. Very cool. What's the seafood restaurant called? Can you give me the name? So I can meet you there. That's a good meeting place. Oh, is the seafood restaurant right there by the Dolby? That'll be great. So I'll keep you, if you can text me, I'll keep you posted on my arrival time. But as you can see, I'm on my way. I'm going to be there just shortly after 8. It doesn't start exactly at 8, but they open the doors at 8. So we're not going to miss anything. All sort of Asian food. Okay, sounds good, my friend. Chico blocked. Co-op. Not far. It's okay. I'm gonna keep on going. I think there's an accident up front here. Or all these lanes are just coming together. But it says it opens up, it's getting blue. You know, when there's red, all red over the map, and then suddenly it stops, which means there's an accident there, and then it becomes blue. So I've got to get past that spot, and then we can crank up the speed a little bit here. But if anybody finds the FTC complaint link, where you can file a complaint with the FTC, please drop it in this comments. I'll drop it in the description later. Our complaints in 21 and 22, when we were exposing this fraud, this deceptive marketing, these deceptive earnings that Lyft and Uber were pushing. Now that, my friends, after a few thousand driver complaints on the FTC, oh, I see the police lights already. I think I should just get to the far right here. It worked. I mean, they came down on them and they got a $2.1 million fine. It's not very high. Okay, let's see what. Oh my, I'd say about 10 miles from here, I once saw a truck that just hit a homeless guy, and there was just body parts all over the road. What does this guy want to do here? This truck. You think he's gonna push me out the way? Good luck, buddy. Lady, you just snookered yourself. You just fucked yourself. There's the police here. Can you see the lights? Oxford and Roxford. Okay, I think I'm in the right lane. I'm getting around this mess. I think after this mess, it opens up. Now it's moving. Now we're on from 3 miles to 17 miles an hour. Come on, get off your phone, lady. Yeah, Ba, ba, ba. Ba. Move. Move, chica. Move. Let me film her for you here. She's on her phone. On her
Crash ahead on I-5 north in a quarter mile. You're still on the fastest route.
Got the bitch on the phone, baby. Oh yeah, now we're moving. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Dan, 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 dan. I like to move it. I like to move it. We're going to jump on the 14 here. We're going to jump on the 14. This might be a series of a few live feeds, purely just to keep me awake. Guys, keep me awake. I need to do a coffee break at some time. It's been pushing some.
In 2 miles. Right onto CA14 north toward Palmdale.
CA14, that's where it wants me to go. Okay, we're coming. CA14, California 14. Man, these roads are shitty. Damn, these roads are torn up. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's the truck route. Truck route. We're in LA. I'm in some crappy area. I don't know. I think I'm close to Six Flags. I want to say I'm coming to Santa Clarita. But I'm heading up the 14 now. I'm going to cut across, intercept with a 15 later, and then up to Vegas. And I should be there. Yeah, no, it says Palmdale, Lancaster. Oh, I think my friend lives up there. Rideshare Trickster. Yeah, he stays up there.
Use the right 3 lanes to keep right onto CA14 north toward Palmdale.
Okay, baby. Right 3 lanes. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. $20 an hour after gas. It's $12 an hour. So they start off advertising, oh, you can make 35 to 43.
Keep right.
Reality is 20 to 25, and then less your gas, you know, you're down to 12, 15 an hour. That's
For
exactly.
about 29 miles. Continue straight.
Okay, this thing's annoying me now. About 29 miles. Continue straight. Okay, who's going to win the Dodgers, New York Yankees, the second game today? Who's going to win it? Is it going to be 1-1 or is it going to be 2-0? Put your predictions below. Let's see who's right. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a stream a little bit later on when I've settled in on the road. I'm out there in the wild, in the country. Right now, it's still quite a bit of traffic. I want to get out of this. So good idea. Appreciate that feedback. And Union Jack, I'll see you there by that seafood restaurant. And we have another lady, a lady driver from Vegas joining us. Any other people out there? I'll be at the Dolby Live shortly after 8 p.m. Drive safe, everyone. I am now, I believe, heading through Santa Clarita, if I'm not wrong. Moving towards Lancaster, Palmdale, and then cut across to the 15. And then we're going to rock and roll to Vegas. All right, everyone, be safe. I will be tuning in a little bit later. Share the video and thumbs up, thumbs up. We only have 12 likes. We need more likes. I like it. I like it. David Richard. Take care, everyone. We'll be back soon.